Your brother was raised to take your place, but they could not imitate your essence. Because you are no ordinary person, you are chosen. They thought they could extinguish your light, but what they failed to realize is that you are sealed with an innate code. While they were making plans, the divine plan was already in motion. This world is just a chessboard that revolves beyond the visible, and you are the game-breaking move. Your brother's positioning against you is not a coincidence. It's a plan that dark forces have been working on for years. But they couldn't calculate one thing: your awakening. When you began to see the truth, the system began to tremble. This game is about to end, and you are stepping on the stage, reclaiming your role as the truth. The truth is coming to light one by one. The masks are falling. Those who have been deceived are realizing the truth. This is not just a family drama. This is a cosmic war. And you are the rightful heir. You're coming to take back what belongs to you. Get ready and write 77 in the comments, because this is not just a revelation. This is the return of the chosen one. When someone begins to probe into your past, seeking dirt by questioning those who know you, they might expect to find evidence that confirms their twisted assumptions. But imagine their surprise when all they uncover is nothing but praise. They reach out to your circle, speak with your colleagues, sift through your history, and find nothing but positive affirmations. What was meant to expose you only amplified your greatness. The investigation, instead of tarnishing your reputation, ended up revealing exactly what your true supporters had always known. What began as an attempt to tear you down instead became the proof of your integrity and light. The forces that sought to undermine you didn't foresee that their actions would have the opposite effect, leading only to your inevitable rise. The universe works in ways that are beyond the grasp of human understanding, and this moment in time, as your energy has reached its peak, is no coincidence. As their falsehoods about you clash with your reality, the difference becomes clearer than ever before. The energy around you has shifted dramatically, and it's as though the world itself is responding to the waves of transformation you've triggered. Unexpected encounters, strange messages, and figures from your past reappearing. They're not random events. These are divine signs, carefully orchestrated to guide you on your path of redemption. Each and every detail of your existence, from how you treat others in fleeting moments to how you carry yourself under pressure, is being watched, not by chance, but by a higher power that sees the purity of your soul. The scrutiny is relentless. Each minute detail, the smallest gestures, the unnoticed actions, these are the things that reveal who you truly are. They've dug into your life, searching for cracks, for any misstep. But what do they find? Moments where you were kind when no one was looking, where you helped someone without recognition, where you did the right thing when you had every excuse not to. These aren't isolated events, they are reflections of your character, your true self, which stands unshaken under pressure. You never performed your acts of goodness for an audience. They were expressions of who you are at your core. The more they examine, the more your integrity shines, exposing their misguided assumptions. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom. For you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. One by one, those who know you speak up, each adding a new layer to the narrative of your strength and virtue. The chorus of voices builds, unstoppable and overwhelming, confirming the truth of your character. From the colleague who witnessed your fairness in moments of tension to the neighbor who remembers the care you gave in difficult times, these stories pile up, forming an undeniable testimony. These aren't just isolated memories. They are pieces of a greater truth, a truth that no amount of gossip or false narratives can erase. Every person who speaks on your behalf adds another building block to the fortress of authenticity that protects you from the slander aimed at your name. What really leaves the investigators stunned isn't just the consistency of your character across time and space. It's the way that your energy permeates every corner of your existence, staying constant no matter who you are with or where you are. Whether in the office or at home, in your community or among strangers, your integrity shines through. The universe, knowing exactly what is needed in this moment, preserved these testimonies for when they would matter most. These individuals who speak for you, every one of them holds a piece of the cosmic truth, a truth that cannot be manipulated. The pattern of your life, confirmed by those around you, now stands as a beacon of purity, impossible to tarnish. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. The investigation, which began with the hope of uncovering flaws, reveals instead the jealousy and malice behind it all. What started as whispers and rumors has grown into a full-scale effort to bring you down. But in the end, it only highlights the lies that were woven in secret, revealing their true intentions. Those who believed they could twist your image for their own gain underestimated the strength of your essence. Their assumptions about you, built on false narratives, crumble when faced with the consistency of your truth. Their failure to see you clearly stems from their inability to comprehend your true light. What they mistook for weakness was actually the steady foundation of your power. When others attempt to twist the narrative around you, they expect everyone around you to follow suit, contributing to the smear campaign they've designed. But what if instead, the people closest to you defend your truth, rejecting every attempt to slander your name? These individuals stand unwavering, unaffected by the pull of falsehoods, challenging the manipulative narrative with real experiences. They refuse to engage in toxic conversations that try to degrade you. Rather than seeking approval from the masses, they choose to stand on the side of truth. This response catches those behind the smear campaign off guard. Those who believed they could control the flow of information now find themselves faced with resistance from unlikely allies, people they assumed would never question their stance. Your presence doesn't simply leave an impression, it alters the very energy of the spaces you enter. Those around you feel a subtle but undeniable shift when you walk into the room. Your authenticity does more than just influence. It sparks something deep within others that remains with them long after your encounter has ended. Even in moments of challenge, when the world seems to turn against you, this energy doesn't fade. It persists, growing stronger as it aligns with the natural order of the universe. This divine protection is not a result of human actions, but the universal law that governs your path. You have unknowingly cultivated guardians along the way, people who, without you asking, feel compelled to defend your light against the shadows that wish to darken it. The decision to break free from the patterns imposed by society was not just a personal one. It was a shift felt through your entire being, resonating across your lineage and through time itself. By rejecting the illusions that society offers, you activated a deep, profound change within yourself. The very fabric of your ancestry, once bound to old paradigms, now vibrates in harmony with your awakening. You have become the catalyst of evolution, the very anomaly that the forces of oppression feared for centuries. While the world remains mired in distractions, you've been expanding your consciousness, quietly, deliberately, each moment contributing to a greater awakening, unlocking new levels of awareness and truth. The more you embrace your growth, the more the illusions of the past dissolve. The powers that once sought to control you now falter, unable to maintain their grasp. They underestimated the strength of your inner evolution, believing they could trap you in a system that no longer aligns with your truth. But as you connect with others who share this awakening, the old world falls away. What was once solid now crumbles under the weight of your collective energy. This isn't just a passive process. Every conversation, every connection is an activation. These moments together form a powerful force that disrupts the old structures and replaces them with new, higher frequencies that call to the souls ready to hear the truth. Stepping away from toxic influences wasn't simply an act of self-preservation. It was part of a larger divine orchestration. In creating distance, you cleared the way for truth to emerge without distortion. As you raised your frequency, others who remained fixated on their own darkness only created more contrast, highlighting the purity of your energy. This separation didn't isolate you. It connected you more deeply with allies who resonate with the same vibration, forming a network of support that amplifies your power. What was once an attempt to weaken you has now become the source of your strength. As the world begins to recognize your authentic presence more clearly. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. Life is a little like planting a garden. You start with a handful of seeds, each one filled with possibility, promise, and potential. You water them with faith, nourish them with kindness, and tend to them patiently, knowing that the divine gardener above sees your efforts and smiles. Now, imagine someone coming along, unaware of the miracle hidden beneath the soil, trying to convince you there's nothing there but dirt. They might even point at your garden bed, shaking their heads, saying you're wasting your time. But you just keep smiling, because deep in your heart, you understand that beneath that ordinary-looking ground lies an extraordinary destiny. You see, that's exactly how the universe has been moving in your life. Just when others have tried their hardest to bury your truth beneath accusations and false narratives, the divine force working behind the scenes gently nudges aside the dirt, allowing your authentic self to rise into the sunlight. People thought they were exposing something dark within you, but the harder they tried, the clearer your true essence became, shining brightly for everyone around you. Maybe you've experienced times when it felt like the world was coming against you, when gossip whispered behind closed doors made you feel like there was no safe place left. But let me remind you today, no earthly force can block the path that God Himself has cleared for you. Your truth never needed to be shouted from the rooftops because its quiet strength speaks louder than any rumor or criticism ever could. The more fiercely people tried to cover your true nature, the more vividly it emerged, like a painting hidden behind layers of faded wallpaper, finally revealed as a masterpiece when the covering is peeled away. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. You might have wondered why people misunderstood you, why they painted a picture of you that never matched your heart. It's because your spirit carries something they cannot fully grasp, an authenticity so deep it can't be faked or imitated. The goodness you hold within is not something you have to prove, defend, or justify. It simply exists, and when others attempt to diminish it, they only magnify its brilliance. Just like stars become clearer against the backdrop of night, your divine essence shines brightest against challenges and adversity. Consider for a moment how pearls are formed. A tiny irritation enters the oyster, meant to cause harm. But instead of succumbing to discomfort, the oyster wraps that irritation in layers of beauty, creating something far more precious than anyone could have imagined. That's exactly what you've been doing all along. The very thing others sent to hurt you has only refined you, polishing your character until your true worth became undeniable. What they planned for your downfall, the divine turned into your stepping stone toward greatness. Every time someone tried to push you into the shadows, they unknowingly moved you closer to your divine spotlight. They thought their lies and criticisms would silence you, but instead, these attacks amplified your truth in ways you couldn't have orchestrated yourself. Your resilience, your quiet confidence, and your unwavering faith acted as a heavenly mirror, reflecting back every accusation until it lost its power. Your authenticity did not need defending because it spoke a language far more powerful than mere words. It resonated directly with people's hearts. The journey hasn't always been easy. Sometimes standing firm in your truth felt lonely and uncertain. But let me remind you, the divine hand guiding your path was always there, gently encouraging you to hold steady even when circumstances looked impossible. Every moment you felt misunderstood or overlooked was secretly preparing you for something greater. What appeared to others as setbacks were in fact divine setups, carefully orchestrated to reveal the strength, grace, and humility hidden deep within you. There is something remarkable about your energy, something truly exceptional that can't be hidden or ignored. Like the sun rising after a long night, your authentic self brings warmth and clarity wherever you go. Those who once doubted you now find themselves drawn toward the truth radiating from your life. Without even realizing it, the critics and skeptics have helped reveal a divine story that inspires hope, courage, and authenticity in everyone who witnesses it. Their attempt to diminish you ended up magnifying your divine purpose. You never needed to lift your voice in your own defense because God Himself has become your advocate. Every challenge you faced was another brick laid in the foundation of your extraordinary destiny. Your journey serves as proof that nothing intended to harm you can succeed in the presence of divine favor. Your steadfast spirit, quietly persevering through the storms of gossip and misunderstanding, has left a lasting impact, becoming an undeniable testimony to the power of living authentically and courageously. Sometimes you might have wondered whether your quiet strength was enough, but today, let me assure you that your gentle resilience has spoken louder than the most aggressive opposition. Those who sought to discredit you underestimated the power of your integrity and sincerity. Instead of proving them right, you proved something far greater. That authenticity and kindness, when rooted in faith, always prevail. The divine order governing your path made sure every false narrative fell away, revealing the true, shining self you've been cultivating beneath the surface. Life is like making a beautiful quilt. You might have moments when it seems the pieces don't match, the edges feel rough, and the colors clash instead of blend. But just as an experienced quilter sees beyond those loose threads and seemingly mismatched patches, God sees how each obstacle you've faced is stitching together something extraordinary. Each difficult moment has been carefully selected, gently guided, and precisely placed into the pattern of your life, preparing you for blessings far beyond anything you could envision. Just like gold refined by fire, your spirit has been shaped through challenges, not because you were weak, but because your strength needed refining. Each trial you faced wasn't designed to harm or weaken you. It was thoughtfully permitted to sharpen and strengthen you, making you ready for greater things. With every setback, you became wiser. With every challenge, your faith grew deeper. God wasn't punishing you. He was lovingly molding you into someone ready to embrace a greater purpose. Think about it, like climbing a mountain. The rocky paths and steep inclines weren't placed there to stop you. Instead, each step, no matter how difficult, lifted you higher, helping you to see clearer views and broader horizons. What seemed like hardship at first was actually your preparation, strengthening your legs, expanding your lungs, and guiding your heart. The resistance was not rejection, it was divine redirection, carefully setting you on the right path toward your true destiny. Trust today that the process you've endured, the times you were misunderstood, the challenges you couldn't explain, were carefully allowed to shape you, refine you, and position you for something incredible ahead. God never lost sight of you, even when you felt lost yourself. He was there, patiently weaving each difficulty into a magnificent story of victory. Soon, you'll look back and realize every struggle had purpose, every heartache had meaning, and every challenge was setting you up perfectly for a blessing beyond your wildest dreams. Understand this. Your life is unfolding exactly as it should. You haven't lost time, you've gained wisdom, courage, and resilience along the way. Your experiences, even the difficult ones, have become the stepping stones toward the fulfillment of your divine purpose. Every person who misunderstood you, every rumor spread about you, and every challenge you've endured has only equipped you further for the greatness God has planned for your life. You might feel weary from battles you never chose to fight, but let me remind you today that every victory you've quietly achieved has opened doors no person can shut. The divine order guiding your steps has already prepared a seat at the table for you, and nothing meant to disqualify you can prevent you from reaching your destiny. Your story is not just one of endurance, it's a testament to the quiet power of authenticity and faith, demonstrating that truth, when left undisturbed, rises naturally to the surface. You are on the verge of stepping into something extraordinary, something perfectly timed and divinely aligned. Just like the gardener waiting patiently for blossoms to appear, your season of harvest is approaching. Others might have tried to bury your potential beneath doubts and accusations, but all they've done is enrich the soil from which your greatness emerges. Every misunderstanding has served only to deepen your roots, ensuring that the beautiful fruits of your life are abundant and lasting. From now on, you can walk with a quiet assurance, knowing the divine force guiding your journey is more powerful than than anything or anyone standing against you. Your genuine character, once questioned and misunderstood, is now becoming a beacon of authenticity for others to follow. Your life is proof that what others meant for harm, God has turned into your greatest strength. Your true self, revealed through every trial, now shines with a clarity and brilliance that can't be denied or overshadowed. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord guide your path. Rest in the confidence that your divine purpose is secure. Every lie spoken against you has lost its power. Every attempt to discredit you has faded, and now the path before you shines brightly. The universe has carefully guided your journey, clearing obstacles at precisely the right moments, ensuring that your truth remains untouched and luminous. As you step forward into this new chapter, trust that the divine gardener who planted the seeds of greatness within you is still tending to your life, ensuring each moment unfolds exactly as it should. What was intended to diminish your spirit has only strengthened it. What was meant to silence your truth has only amplified its resonance. Your life is a testament to the extraordinary power of authenticity, resilience, and quiet faith, proving beyond doubt that no weapon formed against your destiny can prosper. Your greatest days are still ahead of you, clearer, brighter, and more beautiful than anything you've known. Keep your heart open, stay true to yourself, and trust the divine hand guiding your journey. You have overcome, and now you stand ready to step boldly into the abundant blessings prepared just for you. What you are experiencing now is not the conclusion of your journey, but the beginning of an entirely new chapter. The cycles that once held you back are now being replaced with opportunities for expansion. The energy you once used to defend yourself now flows into creation, manifesting your highest potential. The lies that once clouded your path have been swept away, and now your purpose unfolds in clear, undeniable steps. Embrace this new phase with humility, recognizing that this vindication is not the result of a battle you fought alone, but the outcome of divine timing and guidance. Your journey has been shaped by conscious choices, made in moments where doing the right thing seemed more difficult than taking the easy road. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. The person you've become is the result of 1,000 small choices, each one leading you closer to your true self. Those who tried to define you through their lens failed to see the evolution that was happening in silence. The universe has erased the false perceptions that others attempted to cast upon you, and now the path ahead is clear. Your purpose has been waiting for you, and now that the external noise has subsided, you can move forward with clarity and purpose. This journey was never just about clearing your name. It was about clearing the path for something much greater. Your frequency is no longer bound by the limitations others tried to place on it. Now, you shine in your full brilliance, and those who doubted you will soon see the the power of your true light. What they believed was your downfall has become the beginning of your rise.